Wow, the visual effects in this movie just blew my mind. The Jungle Book, live action edition. So The Jungle Book stars Neel Sethi as Mowgli, and I really hope I'm pronouncing his name right because he was great in this movie. And if you're not familiar with the Jungle Book story, basically Mowgli is found by Bagheera, voiced by Ben Kingsley, who's a jaguar, when he's just a young infant. So Bagheera sends him to live with a pack of wolves to raise him, and during a dry spell in the jungle, all the animals gather up near this watering hole, where if a certain rock is present and you can see it, all animals have a law that they cannot attack each other. That is until Shere Khan appears, voiced by Idris Elba, who is determined to kill Mowgli. But respecting the rules, he doesn't attack until the stone is completely gone, which leaves Bagheera leading Mowgli to a human village to be brought up as a man. However, on the way there, stuff goes down, they get separated, and Mowgli is now on his own in the jungle. And the first thing that I have to touch on in this movie is the visual effects. They were astounding. They were so beautifully done. From the start of this movie, I felt like I was sucked into this world. I felt like I was there in this jungle. I felt like if the animals came up to me, I could reach out and touch them. It was incredible, especially to say that this was all filmed in a studio. None of this movie was filmed on location. It was all filmed in a studio. This is all computer effects. I don't know if these effects will hold up in 10 years time or anything like that, but right now they were stunning. I was amazed at how good these effects were. And like I said, I have to give props to Neel Sethi, who plays Mowgli, because he is reacting to nothing in this entire film. I mean, obviously we're seeing him interact with the animals and things, but in reality he's acting to nothing, so I have to give him props because he did a great job. I've seen grown men in movies not be able to pull off what this kid did in this movie, that being acting to nothing. And as for the rest of the voice cast, they were amazing. First you've got Ben Kingsley as Bagheera, who did a great job in that role. He's the guy that watches over Mowgli. He has a nice soothing voice. You feel like he really cares about this character. You really feel like he cares about Mowgli. You've got Christopher Walken as King Louie, who was amazing. At first I couldn't really tell who it was until it got a bit further in and I was like, is that Christopher Walken? And then it got to the end of the movie and I saw him on the cast list and I was like, it is him! I thought he did a fantastic job as King Louie. You've also got Scarlett Johansson as Kaa the Snake. And although she did a great job in that role, she gave a nice soothing but intimidating voice to that character. I didn't really feel like that scene needed to be in the movie. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against that scene particularly because it is so beautifully shot and so beautifully done. But had it just been cut out, you wouldn't have really noticed anything missing. Then we've got Bill Murray as Baloo, who gives one of his best performances in a while, I think. He's quick-witted, he's funny, but he's also a very caring character. He brought the heart into that character. Even though at first he does use Mowgli, you can see that he starts to grow on him, and that Baloo cares about Mowgli almost like a son. And like I said, he was very quick-witted as well. He brought the majority of the laughs to this movie. But the standout voice actor for me was Idris Elba as Shere Khan. This guy nailed this role. He made it his own. He had a very calm, very threatening tone to his voice, and the way he pulled Shere Khan off was actually really haunting. Every time this guy was on screen, you're feeling on edge. You know something bad is going to happen. He was great. I will say that this movie is a bit darker than the original animation that Disney's done, and I wouldn't really recommend taking really young kids to see this movie. But much like the original animation did for me, I feel like this could be a definitive Jungle Book movie for younger viewers. Kids now will watch this movie and in a few years' time they'll be talking about it like it's a classic. And I really feel like it will be a classic. This movie was astounding. Massive props to the director Jon Favreau for creating this world. He did a fantastic job directing this movie. And again, due to this movie taking place all in a studio, I give him props for making the shots look really slick as he guided us through this jungle. My only gripes with the movie, and they are only little, but I do have to touch upon them, you know, due to this being a review and all. But I didn't feel the car scene was needed, which I've already touched upon. And there is a moment in this movie which does call back to the original in a song that they sing. And I don't mean the Bare Necessities song because that was actually tied in really well. But the song King Louie sings I thought was very out of place and I didn't feel like it needed to be there. I feel like it took away from some of the menace and some of the intimidation that King Louie should have been portraying. I feel like if you'd have just said these things, it would have come off more threatening and I would have felt like Mowgli was in more danger. But overall though guys, The Jungle Book is so impressive. It's an incredible movie with great visuals, great voice acting. The kid who played Mowgli did a fantastic job. It's superbly directed, and for all that, I'm going to give The Jungle Book 4 stars. Guys, I definitely recommend you check this movie out. It is amazing. I loved it. And I can definitely see this being another Disney classic, which makes me very excited to see what other live action movies Disney decide to do. So, The Jungle Book, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? What Disney movie do you really want to see in live action form? For me, I think Mulan would be a badass live action Disney movie. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends. That'll help my channel out a lot. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.